Chapter 32. Caught in the Light. The light shines in the darkness, and the darkness has not overcome it. John 1 verse 5. Back in the car, every breath Ruthie drew was jagged with pain. Her face throbbed where he'd struck her. Her ribs ached with every movement. Even blinking felt like effort. She didn't cry. Not now. Dylan kept his eyes fixed on the road, saying nothing. The cigarette burned fast between his fingers, and he lit another before the first had even died out, chain-smoking like it was the only thing holding him together. Ruthie broke the quiet gently.
I know there's still something good in you.
She said, voice raw.
Please, just stop. You don't have to do this.
He didn't answer right away. His jaw twitched, the muscle pulsing beneath skin stretched taut with fury. His eyes, once warm and searching, had narrowed into cold slits of betrayal.
I gave you everything. How could you leave me?
Dylan,
Ruthie's voice trembled as she tried to interject, her hands raised slightly in a silent plea for calm.
Don't say another word.
He hissed. The car jolted as his grip tightened on the wheel, swerving slightly before correcting.
Dylan, please.
She said, desperation cracking through her tone.
Just listen.
His hand shot up, not striking, but hovering, a cruel threat lingering in the air, his palm a silent warning. Ruthie flinched and recoiled into her seat, breath caught in her throat. Silence swallowed the space between them, thick, heavy, oppressive. Only the low hum of the engine remained, and the sound of Ruthie's heart pounding like a drum inside her ribs. She stared straight ahead, afraid to move. Dylan's chest heaved beside her, breath ragged, shoulders trembling with rage, barely held in check. Something had snapped, and now they were both suspended in stillness, one heartbeat away from whatever would come next. Then, the sound, a distant wail, sirens, faint at first, then louder. Closer, piercing through the hush of trees and the groan of tires on bitumen. Ruthie's fingers curled around the door handle on instinct. Dylan's eyes shot to the rearview mirror. Red and blue bled into the edges of the frame like a warning. He swore under his breath, then louder.
No, no, no.
He growled, hitting the steering wheel. Tires screeched as he jerked the car across lanes without warning. Horns blared behind them.
What have you done?
He spat, rage bubbling beneath the surface.
Did you do this? Let me tell you, this doesn't end with you walking out of this, Ruthie.
She didn't answer. She couldn't. Her voice had buried itself somewhere deep beneath her ribs. Her gaze stayed forward, locked, steady. But inside, she was praying with every breath.
God, protect me. Keep me hidden. Keep me whole. Keep me alive. Please.
Dylan's foot slammed the accelerator like a war cry. The car jolted forward, the force shoving her back into the seat. The sirens were right behind now, 2 police cars, maybe 3. Lights danced through the trees like war drums, flashing red and blue. He looked at her, eyes blazing, mouth twisted into something unrecognizable.
You did this. All of this. If you just stayed, if you hadn't run your mouth, we could have fixed it.
Her lips pressed together. She wouldn't answer. Not now. Not with the way his hands were trembling on the wheel. Not with madness rising in his voice like a tide that wouldn't stop. But her spirit was on its knees, roaring into heaven.
Jesus, please be near. Please hold me.
She prayed. Suddenly, Dylan yanked the wheel left, veering off the main road and onto a sidetrack lined with gravel and bone-dry weeds. The car jolted violently, dust exploding around them like a shroud. The tires fought for grip, spitting rocks in every direction. The undercarriage groaned in protest. Dylan muttered some words, trying to convince himself he was in control. He wasn't in control anymore. He was cornered. and cornered men break. The car tore through the scrub, past brittle grass and dry gum trees that loomed like silent witnesses. A branch dragged across the passenger side, shrieking against the metal. Ruthie's shoulder slammed against the door, pain lancing through her side. She didn't scream. She prayed harder. The siren still howled, now fainter, but not gone. Dylan swore again, louder this time. Tears rimmed his eyes, but they weren't sorrow. They were something darker, twisted, desperate. The road narrowed, winding like a snake through rising trees. Shadows thickened, the sky above blurred behind the treetops. A new sound now, helicopter blades, distant but unmistakable. He punched the steering wheel, the sound echoing in the confined space. Dylan growled. He jerked the car around a bend, a cloud of dirt rising behind them. Then, the front tire hit a rut, too deep. The nose of the car dipped violently. The back end lifted. Ruthie's breath caught in her throat as time seemed to lurch. Dylan screamed something, but it was lost beneath the chaos. The impact came without mercy. The front tire plunged into the rut, and in the next heartbeat, the car catapulted forward, lifted, twisted, and thrown. There was no time to scream, no time to brace, only the sound. A violent, unrelenting crash that ripped through the silence. The vehicle flipped, once, twice, metal shrieking in protest. A final, jarring slam. And then, stillness, not peace. Just the eerie, breathless pause after ruin.
Thank you for listening to this chapter of Healing on the Land. If this story has touched your heart, I'd love for you to come join me for the next chapter. You can find it here on this channel. If you'd like to support more Christian storytelling, you can purchase the full book or make a donation using the link in the description. Your support, no matter the size, helps us to continue writing stories of faith, healing, and hope. And don't forget to like this video and subscribe to this channel. May God bless you, and I hope you have a lovely rest of your day.